Hey everybody, GT here from GT's Barbecue. Hey, if it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thanks so much. I really appreciate the support. Today we're going to do some basic chicken thighs. I'm going to do these out of my Weber Smoky Mountain. I haven't used that thing in a while. And I'm gonna run this thing at about 300 degrees. I'm gonna put them in some smoke for about the first 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna put them in a pan, wrap them in foil, and let them go for about an hour and a half. And then at the end, we're gonna glaze them. So stay tuned. We'll get to trimming these chicken thighs here in a minute. Okay, I've got 4 chicken thighs here. I'm going to do a basic trim on them. We don't have to do a whole lot, but we definitely want to get off some of this extra fat, like right here. Like so, we don't need that. And there's a little flap over here. I'm just going to square this thing up, kind of like that. Take off any extra skin. And then there always seems to be a layer of cartilage along here. We're just going to take that off. Kind of like that. That looks pretty good. Square that up a little bit. So you're going to end up with something like that. Kind of get it squared up. It's nice and clean. I always try to get the fresh chicken thighs. It seems like they're a little bit easier to work with. So there's the first one. Stay tuned. I'll get these other 3 done and we'll get them seasoned. Be right back. Okay, let's get these things seasoned up. Today I'm going to use Uncle Steve's Sweet and Spicy R. This is one of my favorites. This is really good on most anything, but especially poultry. And I'm not going to use a binder. I'm not going to put any oil on this because we want the skin to dry out. And I'm going to be running about 300 degrees on my smoker, so kind of pat that in a little bit. Turn them over. Got a little skin damage on that one. That won't hurt a thing. And I'm going to let these sit out for about a half hour. Kind of sweat, kind of let the flavors soak down in. When you're not using a binder, it's really helpful to let them sit for a little bit, and that'll help that rub bond with the meat. So stay tuned. I'll get these things rested up here, get them sweated out a bit, and we'll get them out on the smoker. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go ahead. I'll show you my setup I have here. I have some lump charcoal around the outside, and I've mixed in some pieces of cherry wood. And this thing's only going to smoke for probably 30 minutes before I wrap it, so I don't need a whole lot of wood in here. But I got a couple of bigger chunks. And I have here about a half of a chimney of charcoal. Get this poured in here. I made like a little divot in the center. Get that spread out a little bit here. About like so. So I'll get my top on here. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes once it gets up to temp, and we'll get the meat on. Stay tuned. Okay, I've got the smoker running right at 300 degrees, taking about 25 minutes. I have a little half pan underneath here. I am going to be putting these right on the grill when I glaze them. Get the lid shut, and we'll run them for about 30 minutes like that, and then I'm going to put a piece of butter on each one, seal it up with foil, and let them run for about another 90 minutes. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, these guys have been sitting in the smoke now for about 30 minutes. Go ahead and take a peek at them. Yeah, they're starting to brown up a little bit. I'm just going to add 1 pat of butter to each one, like so. Get them wrapped up. They've taken in all the smoke they need. Get the lid shut again. And we're going to let them run for about 90 minutes, and then we're going to glaze them. So stay tuned. I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, these guys have been on for 90 minutes now in the wrap. Time to get a peek at them. Oh yeah, these are looking tasty. Now it's time to get a little glaze on here. And to do that, I'm going to give them a little bath. I just had some Sweet Baby Ray's here. Just give them a little drench-a-roo. Technical term. Good time for the neighbor's dog to start barking. And 4. Get our lid shut back down. I'll let that glaze set up there for about 15-20 minutes. We'll get them inside and we'll take a taste. See you in a bit. Okay, so there you have it. Some really beautiful looking and smelling. Man, I wish you could smell this. Chicken thighs. So I put these on the smoke for 30 minutes, put them in a pan, covered them, let them go for another 90 minutes, and then I put some glaze on them. And I left them on for probably about 20 more minutes. So let's just take a peek at one of these. See what we get. I'll let you take a look at that there. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is tender. Man. Wow. That is so tender. That is melt in your mouth. That's, without question, the most tender chicken I've ever eaten. So, I definitely suggest you give this a try. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. The support means a lot. So as always, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you next time.